the right people at the right time. He had great instincts, and he knew his personnel. But mostly, he loved Mount DeSales, and he loved kids, and he loved baseball. And that is a pretty good combination. And that is why we are here today, honoring him this way. So at this time, we recognize Coach Chester Pierce, his wife Jody, Mount DeSales class of 1974, and their family. Would you all please just step forward so we can see you? At this time, on behalf of the Coach Pierce, if you'll come forward. So on behalf of Mount DeSales alumni, friends, former players, and an incredible crowd that shows up today on this Saturday, we have a memory book to help commemorate the impact that you have had on all of us from your years at Mount DeSales. Chester, we thank you for your friendship, for your leadership, and your influence both in the classroom, on the playing field, and beyond, and for your incredible service to Mount DeSales, to student athletes, to parents, faculty, and administration, and way beyond that. We thank you for being such an honorable man, and this is for you. Wow. It is really great to see how many good people gave up Saturday activities to come out and eat a hot dog with me today. Seriously, I am truly honored and so very glad to see each and every one of you. I am pleased also that 4 outstanding baseball teams are being honored today. Welcome to the players of the 1966, 76, 78, and 80 teams. More to come later about each of these teams. The Baseball Stadium Renovation Project is a much-needed project for the enhancement of our baseball program. It will vastly improve the condition of the playing surface and spectator areas. It will become an even more beautiful segment of this impressive complex. I can't wait to see the results, and I thank all so much for your interest and support. It is impossible to express how humbled and honored I am to have this new facility bear my name. My years as a Mount DeSales baseball coach were so much a part of the joy in my life, and I was so very lucky to have spent my coaching years with such a wonderful group of people. I wish I could thank my parents for their sacrifice in sending my 5 younger brothers and me to Mount DeSales Academy. If not for them, my parents, we would have missed out on such a unique educational experience. Each and every hour I spent on the baseball field was an hour I spent doing what I love. Not many people can say that about their work. I was blessed with this gift. I'd like to recognize my family members who have come to share this day. My wife, Jody, who most of you know. Jody supported my many hours at work at Mount DeSales. My daughter, Carrie, and her better half, Mark Hurley, and Carrie's twin, Aiden and Amelia. My son, Ben, and his wife, Melissa, who are expecting their first baby in July. I have 2 aunts here also. One of them is celebrating her 89th birthday today. Where are your aunts, Nancy? yesterday or day before, and I celebrate birthdays with both of them. Thank you all again for being here today. Your love and support means the world to me. Thank you.
Today, we honor the 1966 baseball team, coached by Donnie Veal. 50 years ago, the 1966 team was the first Mount DeSales baseball state championship team. We also celebrate the 1976, 1978, and 1980 state championship teams, all coached by Chester Pierce and assisted by Joe McDaniel and Robert Slocum. Please hold your applause until each team member's name is called. First, from the 1966 team, Bobby Huelmeyer, John
The 1966 team was not coached by me.
I didn't
It
say
was
that.
coached by probably a much better baseball coach than I was.
You're right.
And that was Coach Donnie
okay.
Veal. Coach Veal.
Bobby Huelmeyer, John Micah, Chester Pierce, Jimmy Russell, Sig Spickle, Coach Donnie Veal, Duck Hatcher, David Davis, and Tony Pierce. The 1966 MDS State Champion Baseball Team. From the 1976 team, David Gaddy, Tim Joyner, Roy Miller, Don Oots, Tim Pierce, Craig Pugh, Walter Wolf, David Zangline, Pete Sherrill, Steve Horn, and Laura Farmer Pugh. Coached by Chester Pierce.
There you go.
I guess Joe was the assistant.
Who?
Joe was the assistant.
Joe and Robert? No, he's right at the.
And now the 1978 state championship team. David Gaddy, Billy Hurdle, Tim Joyner, Roy Miller, Don Oots, Craig Pugh, David Zangline, Chuck Morris, Steve Long, Pete Sherrill, Steve Horn, David Handy, and Laura Farmer Pugh. The 1978 state championship team. Pictures of the teams will be made after the program. I don't guess we need to say that now, do we?
No, we'll gather after. So,
We'll do some
yeah,
other
we'll
ones?
do,
Okay.
yeah. Well, the teams need to gather by the press box after, if you'll say that.
Just down here in the front of the press box.
Off the field.
Behind.
Yeah.
And now, the 1980 team. Jerry Huelmeyer, Chuck Morris, Tim Thomas, Charles Mitchell, David Handy, Ann Farmer Bruner, and Nancy Long McDade. Also coached by Chester Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1980 state championship baseball team.
Mention Robert.
And Robert Slocum.
Don't get mad at me, please.
I didn't know you played. I don't think you did. He had to have coached. He graduated in 74.
No, he's just a coach.
Yeah.
He was a coach on the
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for all of the Mount DeSales state championship baseball teams. Would all the members of the teams please report behind the press box at the end of today's celebration for more photographs. And now back to the field and Joe McDaniel.
This concludes the honors program of today's, honors portion of today's program. So now we're going to turn our focus from the enormous past successes of Mount DeSales baseball to the future. On behalf of Mount DeSales Academy and this host of friends that has gathered here today, I want to thank everyone for their generosity to make this occasion possible and to make this outstanding facility possible as well. Thank you for your financial gift. At this time, I invite Father Frank to come and give the blessing. Please stand. And we pray. Loving God, through the intercession of St. Joseph, whose feast we celebrate this day, we ask you to continue to bless the Pierce family and the family of DeSales. Like Joseph, many have labored, taught, and modeled your compassion and understanding in raising men and women for service in your community of faith. Chester Pierce has given us an example of how giving to our community makes this your community. Bless the Pierce family always, and bless these facilities at Chester Pierce Baseball Stadium. May these grounds continue to mold our students into men and women who place fair play and good sportsmanship among any other pursuits. And as they glory in victory, may they continue to give thanks to you, for you are the one who gives strength, who gives courage, and gives hope. Forever and ever. Amen.
Before we conclude this dedication, I'd like to acknowledge my friend Chester Pierce, who in 1970 was my teacher, became my coach, who later on became my co-worker. Today I see him as a big brother. So let's give Chester one more round of applause. We do appreciate everyone giving up their Saturday afternoon to come out to this celebration. And we invite you to stay and watch the baseball team compete. And we also want you to hang around and make sure you watch Chester Pierce throughout the first pitch. If there is no other announcements, this concludes our program. And it's always great to be a Cavalier.